Welcome to the Geek Easy. Sit back, grab a libation of your choice, and relax, 'cause it's time to do some geek stuff in the Geek Easy. Welcome to the Geek Easy, fellow geeks. Grab a beverage of your choice, because today we will be talking about, I think it was episode 7 or 8 of Gotham Nights. Another wonderful episode of that show. That was sarcasm in case you missed it. Wow. So in another attempt to find out what the Court of Owls is doing and prove Batman's not son's innocence, they figure out there's somebody robbing places of art, these pieces of art, and they figure out that it's being done by the Court of Owls by some leap of logic. And the police bring in this art theft expert who happened to have brought down Magpie, which I actually thought was kind of a nice little callback to the comic. They do that every once in a while. To help investigate, because there doesn't seem to be any correlation as to what type of stuff this person is stealing, and they use different methods. Like when someone who's that good at stealing stuff gets to be that good, they use one method, but this person is using different types. So they get into a big argument as to whether they want to solve this crime of people stealing from the rich. It's like, dude, it has nothing to do with, class warfare. If it's about the Court of Owls, they're creating their master plan, that should be what you're focusing on. But so at some point they all run out to try and stop this person. Well, not all of them, because you have Cassie, who becomes a spoiler, and we have a couple different people staying back to investigate. The not Robin and Joker's daughter are talking to the daughter of Talon, trying to figure out, get her to give him some information. But then, spoiler does get involved with this thing at the end. But here's where they fall back into the same old stupid, lazy writing. Again, you have all these people who are being sought for by the police, except for Cassie, who's spoiler. They don't suspect that she's involved, or the Robin, not Robin. But you've got the four people who, are being searched for by the police. They're still running around in the middle of the night, out in the streets, out in the open where, I'm sure the photos are all over the place. All over the media because, they supposedly killed Bruce Wayne. And, you have got Bruce Wayne's son, who supposedly did the murder. Then these other two. They're looking for these people and they're just out running around the streets like, yeah, no one's going to catch us. And then, of course, Bruce Wayne's son, is now carrying a sword on his back, a la, Wesley Snipes in Blade. Of course, that doesn't draw a bit of attention because, no one's paying any attention anyway. They figure out where the person's going to strike next. By, that was actually kind of they found the connection between them, which is okay. Yeah, that kind of makes sense that they might figure that out. And they're like, okay, this is where this painting is, so we're going to go here. So you've got these four people going to this place, just and they're in a, somehow they had access to a car, or they stole a car. But when they catch this person who's doing it, they have masks to cover their face, it's still their identity. They catch this person who tells them, I'm being forced to do this by the Court of Owls. They're going to if I don't do this, they're going to hurt me and my family. Now, here's the stupid part about this. Okay, this person, I'm not going to tell you who it is, but is obviously smart enough to realize that anybody could be the Court of Owls. This person has no idea who these people are. They say, oh, we're the Gotham Nights. This person doesn't know this, and they just all of a sudden just give this information up, knowing that they could be signing their death warrant or their family's death warrant. Just saying, oh, okay, you say you're these people, but sure, let me just put myself more at risk. And then they decide to try and help this person. And then when they get into the place with the footage, they're walking around with their masks off. So anybody can see their face. And spoiler, she never had one on to begin with. So, even if she does get caught, or even if she was seen and then got away, they knew who she was. And she's one of the people they don't suspect. And they're hanging out at this place for a couple of hours. A bunch of kids hanging around, this place. Even if it's on the docks, it's sure to have some sort of foot traffic, and nobody notices a bunch of kids hanging out. And then you have Joker's daughter and Robin, who are talking, who managed to, the Joker's daughter kidnaps the school's driver's ed, steals the driver's ed car. School's not going to notice that the car's gone. 2, it means these people are still running around outside the school where they're going to get possibly seen. So they get in and out of this school where there's people around a lot without being seen. Steals a car and then gets into an old folks' home, kidnaps a woman, and then brings her back to the loft where they're at without being seen. Without being seen. I'm wondering how bad these people think, how stupid these people seem to think that we are. Or do they care? I mean, it's just, there's so much plot armor in this show. There's so much just, this happens because it has to get the plot forward. Instead of actually having something well thought out. I mean, they have their moments. There's a couple of things in there that are like, okay, that actually makes a little bit of sense, but that's rare. That is very rare. Most of the time, it's just like, what the fuck? I mean, just, so you got the kid that's accused of killing one of the most famous people in Gotham, running around the city with a sword on his back. Everyone should be looking for him, even without the sword. And then they see that, and he just gets around. Nobody seems to notice, and all the places they go don't seem to have any people around, except for the people they want, that need to be there. It's, I'm surprised the show's still on the air. Probably because of people like me that sit there and hate watch it every week. But there's a couple of other things on there that I'm sure I've blocked out because it was so bad. But yeah, and then you can tell who they're trying to, who they're going to get together, because you've got like I like bringing up, they're taking the Mad TV's Pretty White Kids with Problems episodes there with the music, and they're developing relationships between the two people that you don't think should be, you wouldn't think would be together type things, and it's kind of a soap opera. But yeah, it's not getting any better. So there's no, they aren't trying, they aren't doing, they're just plodding along with it, hoping that people will watch and saying, okay, this is going to be it. And of course, then there's stupid people like me that keep watching it. But again, I'm going to give it a 0.5 out of 5 and say I can't recommend this unless you want to watch and see how horribly they can do, which I think they might be counting on. But anyway, let me know what you thought of it. If you're, still watching, like, subscribe, and most of all, try and enjoy some good TV shows, because this isn't one of them.